Okay, this is Becky Castle again. This time I'm analyzing my PowerPoint for historical geology for its accessibility and especially for the visually impaired. So right away I chose this one because I already knew in advance that my background was a little bit difficult. It made reading it difficult to begin with, but I was going for the fossilized fish theme in the background. But I realize now looking at that if you were visually impaired, you might have a hard time looking at that. Um, I do use a format that is PowerPoint provides, which usually gives me different levels already. So I think uh, pretty much it follows that, and I keep it organized with bullets and things like that. If you go on, however, as I mentioned in the worksheet screencast, I am big on the visual. I just think that because I'm a visual learner. So as I go through the different types of relative dating, I have pictures that support each. I've got bullets. I think the bullets are good. I do not change the size of my font as I go down, whereas this probably should be smaller than this font to keep it a little bit more clear. But I do have a contrasting picture here. It would definitely need some alternative text, although I'm not sure what alternative text I could put there to really explain what that person is looking at there. But I could probably also find a more contrasting image with that. When I go on to the next one, same thing. I think I have my terms underlined so that they stand out. I have the different sized fonts. I'm not sure if I skipped a level, a heading level, going from here to here. I can't remember. I just went with what I liked and what I thought looked good and what fit. And again, I have an image here, not very good on the contrast. So I would need to maybe see alternative, also maybe look for an alternative text to put there. And then I have arrows that go with that. And if this was actually a functioning PowerPoint, I would ask that they would be asked which rock layer would be oldest and which would be youngest, and then they could identify those and they would pop up. But in this case, I do not choose a very contrasting arrow color. I probably could have improved on that. Okay. As I go through, here's the next one, and here I do have some things in a different color. It's pretty well contrasted, but the image is not so great. Again, alternative text for that. I do have different size. I do have them bulleted. The numbers are continuing from the other page, so I think the level is good there. But the picture would need some alternative text. And as I continue on, it's one after another of the same kind of thing. Pictures that are kind of hard to discern. I would need to have alternative text for them, and maybe a hyperlink to the actual website that I got this picture from. And that would probably give a bigger, brighter version of that. Again, I use some arrows to help get their attention and help them to answer some questions that would occur. All right, and the next slide, same thing. This one is a more contrasting picture because it's hand-drawn. It's not an actual photograph. And again, I have some nice bright yellow arrows to help them stand out. They say don't use color alone to convey meaning. I think the fact that it is an arrow conveys the meaning that I want them to determine what order these things are in, which is what relative dating is all about, the order of occurrence. Okay, so I go through and pretty much, I'm not going to go through the whole PowerPoint, but you can see, again, I have the different levels. However, I have this link that is amazingly small, and not only that, it does not say what the link is to. So I need some meaningful text on there instead of the link itself so that they know it's going to actually show them a visual of each of these unconformities. And down here too, and the color is horrendous. I mean, the green is, it was part of the color scheme for this particular template, so I just left it that way, but you can see it's very hard to tell. All right. As I go through, more visuals, more alternative text, maybe a hyperlink to the different actual websites where I got those. All right, so those are the things I think I would change as I went through this to make it more accessible. Thank you.